Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Inside Artesian Football here on WREP 15 Sports. I'm your host, Eric Meyer, joined once again this week by Artesian head coach Fred Kutruff. The Artesians survive the weather on Friday night and get a big mid-state conference win over the Franklin Grizzly Cubs. We will come back with the coach and take a look at the highlights from that contest. We'll have another segment with blocking with Byers. He talks about the offensive linemen and how they need to be able to go out and block linebackers, demonstrates that. It's a good segment. Take a look at that. And then we'll come back as well and take a preview of the contest coming up this weekend as well. Another mid-state conference matchup, and it should be a good one at Whiteland Community High School. Up first, though, we'll take a break and come back and take a look at the highlights from the win over Franklin when we return inside Artesian Football.
Telemagine is your local headquarters for all types of computer and network services, including desktop and laptop repair, virus removal, and for business customers, design and installation of servers and networks. Give us a call or stop by and see us on North Indiana Street in Mooresville.
Prescription drug abuse happens everywhere, even in our schools, and the results can be devastating.
My friends wanted nothing to do with me. I went to the emergency room and almost died. I thought it would happen to me. Anyone can abuse drugs. Don't let it be your friend.
Don't let it be your classmate.
Your cousin.
Your sister.
Your brother.
Your teammate.
Don't let it be your child.
Don't let it be you.
Back inside Artesian Football here with the head coach Fred Kutruff. Coach, on Friday night, you guys get a good bounce-back win over the Franklin Grizzly Cubs, and this is a much improved Franklin ball club. A little bit of a different offense that we've seen out of them in the past couple of years. They came out ready to play. Both teams go back and forth. You guys survive the weather, survive the Grizzly Cubs, and get out of here with the win over Franklin.
Well, I'm not sure who said it, but we'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any night. And we did. Offense did enough to get by. Defense stepped it up. Franklin had a big bruising fullback that was pretty athletic. And we controlled him most of the night until he cut loose there at the end of the game a little bit. I think it showed we had a few guys going both ways, and we just got wore down. And give Franklin credit, they kept cranking it to him, and he kept carrying it. And before long, he busted, I think, 50, 60-yarder. And then, but I liked where our kids. I thought they showed a lot of resilience. They kept coming back. They didn't worry about giving up a big play. And I was really proud of our defense and saw some guys step up that we hadn't seen in the first few games. So that was what we needed, especially when we had a few guys out.
Defense really the key in the victory for the Artesians on Friday night. Offense does just enough to get things done. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the contest against Franklin. You will periodically see. Kind of looks nice right now. The rain had been falling the majority of the day. It started falling as well throughout the contest.
A big play there by Zach Terrell, and I think Joey Gorham comes in and calls that fumble. And then we got Josh Burleson jumps on it. A couple of young guys there with an older guy, but Joey Gorham caused 2 fumbles that night. So those are key turnovers. That's what defenses need to do. We won the turnover battle. We won. Great Griffin Selch is that was one of the guys I'm referring to. We haven't heard a lot out of him. Hadn't started till Friday night, and boy, he stepped in and did a great job, so I was really proud of Griffin. It's just Mason's kicking back with, we throw a lot of screens, and we could have had a lot more of these, but we mostly screened them because they were dropping so many and bringing some guys hard, and that's why Zach Miranda had quite a few of those catches. Getting back on defense, Griffin Selch staying home along with the defensive front there. I think that's Josh Burleson again, another sophomore. We've got a lot of young guys out there doing your job, doing their assignment. That's what good football does. Comes back again underneath, usually Mason's favorite target. We finally got to Trey back involved in the offense a little bit, and saw that. Taxi, we call this our toss, it's our taxi. Looked like maybe a late hit there, but Zach did a great job of running that ball and protecting it. Plenty of time for Mason to throw the ball line, did a good job there. And again, finds Trey Deaton. Not sure it was the best read. We had some guys. We got to really work on that in practice. We had guys in the same area. We're still making the same mistakes you make in the first couple games. Guys not running the right routes. Good jump cut there by Zach Miranda. And boy, then he smells it. He's tough to bring down. He's not going to run you over, but he's going to spin, get away. Got a little bit of Kane Liscombe in him on that, and he's great at finding the end zone. Big toss here. Griffin Selch, if you remember the week before, Decatur ran the toss on us pretty successfully. And defense did a good job. Give credit to the defense and Coach Rose's bunch for shutting that down. Another caused fumble there. One of the ones we didn't get back, but it was, that's just good, solid football. Guys being where we're supposed to be. Going to have to be that way with Whiteland because they run a very similar defense. Joey Gorham causing that one. Again, and say another young guy getting the fumble recovered. Jesse Stewart steps in and plays for a couple guys that are injured. Jesse had an interception, and then he had also had that fumble recovery. So big night for some young guys. Trey Deaton doing what he does. He's not the fastest, but he's just an athlete. When you got an athlete out there with the football, they know how to juke and move, and he's got a great set of hands. And we kind of expect that out of him. That was the big bruising fullback, and I thought Coach Rose made a nice adjustment on the night as the night went on, how we were playing it, and made us a lot better. I assume that was Zach Terrell. Zach had a nice game, so nice to see those senior linebackers step up, and we were really on them in the summer, and boy, it seems like some of the things they've learned and become better players. Mason does a good job getting out of trouble. We should have been a sack. Again, finds Trey Deaton. That's what Mason does a good job of. He's big, but he's pretty mobile on those things, and he really took a beating. Mason pulls it. I think they thought his foot was hurt, but he's going to run well enough to make that play if they don't cover it. Big guy like that, take his legs out. Again, that's our Joey Gorham, a sophomore linebacker. Notice I'm just saying a lot of sophomores with these seniors, so that's bodes well for the future. That's what you got to do with a big guy like this. Swarm to the football. One guy holds him up. You get to him. And, boy, we just stuck together. Defense never gave up, and that's why we came out with that win. Griffin Selch again. If I'm scouting us, I'm going to say, well, we can't run to that guy's side. He's a heck of a player. And we got to hope Griffin continues. I'm sure he will. Quarterback takes a big hit on that, but kicks off to, we call it a double screen to Trey. And when teams are coming at you like that, those are things you kind of do. And so if you stun us, we got an answer. We just have to execute it. As long as we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. Another throwback screen again. Teams will really come hard, and this is a nice job by Zach Miranda again. He's really good in open field, and again, our offense probably should have scored at least two touchdowns, but due to penalties and a couple missed assignments. Again, there it is again. This is a big play when we needed it. We only played Nolan Lavender. We only played him one way. Should have gotten the end zone. Not that he ran out of gas, but one guy could have had a block that would have got him in. We ended up scoring here a little bit later, but should have been a touchdown. Mason pulls it. It's going to throw the bubble. Just a little being an athlete. I'm not sure Mason ran a guy over there, but that's what we expect out of a senior quarterback. Again, the big fullback. He got us a couple times. I know he rushed for about over 180 yards, but he's also turned the ball over. Good job. Outside linebacker, good job. I see it right there. You really see it. Drew Atwell stepped in, and he's probably going to keep his spot. Very physical and aggressive kid, and I thought we really out-hit Franklin. That was the first team I think we've played that I can say that we really out-hit them. Josh Saru, big play. Had a couple big plays. They had a nice receiver. We had to put Josh on him. I think they're going to try to throw the throwback there a little bit, but it was kind of shut down. And Jesse Stewart there with his interception there at the end of the game. Told Jesse, he says, in the future, I know you want that interception, but the thing to do for you young players is you have to knock the ball down, because we would have had the ball about out on the 40. We had to try to kill the clock and eat it. And so, but, first game, he wants that interception, and he should have tipped that ball down. But congratulations to Jesse and all the guys that just hung together and played hard.
Get the big win, 19-12 over the Franklin Grizzly Cubs. Get back in the win column after the defeat against Decatur Central. Still in the Mid-State Conference race. It's a big one coming up on Friday night at Whiteland. The Whiteland Community High School Warriors playing host to the Artesians. They are unbeaten in Mid-State Conference play. A victory over them kind of creates a logjam at the top, and it'll be a tough contest. And we've talked about this before. It's kind of developed into a little bit of a rivalry between Martinsville and Whiteland. We'll talk about that later in the broadcast as well. We'll take a break, come back with the run game coordinator, Justin Byers, with Blocking with Byers. We'll have that segment and then return with the head coach Fred Kutruff when Inside Artesian Football continues.
Stop by Krypton Comics off the square in Martinsville and visit the game room to get in on all the action in the latest role-playing and CCG gaming like Pathfinder, Resident Evil, and Magic the Gathering. And be sure to ask Krypton Comics about their gaming club membership. The first month is free, and it's only $5 a month after that. Krypton Comics also carries all your gaming supplies at prices better than you'll find at most big box stores. Krypton Comics also has the latest comic books, as well as the most popular and hard-to-find action figures. Krypton Comics at 136 East Washington Street, right off the square in Martinsville.
Meet Tommy. Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
Hi, I'm Damon Routencrans, mortgage loan officer with Home Bank.
And I'm Gordy Lucas. This is a great time to buy or build a new home or to refinance your current mortgage.
If you're in the market for a home loan, give us a call or stop by one of our offices and find out why, when it comes to mortgage financing, there's no place like home.
Home Bank is an FDIC insured equal housing lender.
Visit one of our 3 locations, the main office in downtown Martinsville, or one of our branch locations at Grand Valley or 1067 Bridge Street, Mooresville.
Welcome back to Inside Artesian Football. This is Blocking with Byers. I'm your host, Coach Justin Byers. Today we're going to do a little drill. It's called the demeanor drill. Whenever we block linebackers, you can't go running out at them at full speed and hit them. That's all we're going to do is bounce off. He's going to go make a tackle, get his picture on the Indianapolis Star, and that's unacceptable in our world. So what we do, we get to about a yard or 2 yards away from the linebacker, we're going to demeanor, which means sink your hips, widen your base, get your hands down here low, and fit up on him and run him. So we got a drill here. We got a drill called demeanor drill. We got Sam Leisner, Spencer Anderson. I got Ben Jansen. Blake Dabala.
25.
I got some help from our junior Artesians, our 5th and 6th grade travel team. We got Whitaker, and we got
number 37,
Matt Thomas. What's your first name, Whitaker?
41, Casey Cisco.
Will. All right, here we go.
42, Tyler Fox.
Sam's going to do it first.
43,
Here we go.
Max Burley.
Set. Go.
44, Jake Phillips.
Run. Next.
45, Austin Neitzel.
Set.
46,
go.
Zachary Schaefer.
Run. Next.
50, Augie Newkirk.
Go.
51, Dayton Ryan.
Not bad, youngster. Get off your toes, though. Always on your heels.
54, Blake Garrett.
On one.
55, Devin Selk.
Rolling the ball, walking in place.
56, Damon Martin. 57, Jackson Crum.
Go.
66, Alex LaPlante.
Grab your knees, Big Blake. Drive those knees. Run. Set.
70, Ethan Lynch.
Good hit. Now you got to keep coming with it. Keep running with him, youngster. Keep running with him. All right, now the next part of the drill will start.
74, Gabriel Creighton.
Back a little bit.
75, David Mills.
We're going to 2-point stance. This is our center, so he's going to act like he's got a ball out.
Donald Richmond.
He's going to run till he gets to me.
Hunter Fletcher.
When he gets to me, he's going to demeanor and lock
Cody
up on Sam.
Tinkle.
Run his feet. Here we go.
85, Joshua Bill.
Set. Go.
93, Jalen Shuck.
Now, when you see that, when he does that, you see him get that slow. He starts to slow when he's about a yard to get those hips low. Remember, we don't want to bounce off the linebacker and get him on the Indy Star. Here we go. Next guy, Blake Dybala. On one. Set. Go. Demeanor, sink, run. There we go. All right, youngster, you understand the drill? Coming to me, demeanor on me. Set. Go. Run, sink. Run. There you go. Get off those toes, though, big guy. Get off those toes. All right, now the next part of the drill. We're going to bump over this way a little bit. Linebackers don't always stand stationary, so they're going to bump over a man. Might want to come this way, camera guy. Whenever he flows, Sam's going to come at a 45-degree angle. Whenever he gets to me, he's going to demean or shake the hips, and he's going to get on him and run those feet. Slow flow, linebacker, slow flow. Let him get a fit up on you. Here we go. Watch out, big fella. Watch out, Blake. Set. Go. Run, run, run. 6. Run. There we go, there we go, there we go. Good rep, good rep, good rep. Here we go. On 1. Set. Go. Get there, Jance. Get there, Jance. Sink. Get that left hand inside. Get that left hand inside. Here we go. You understand what you're doing, youngster? On 1-on-1, you can get into 3-point just like you do on Saturdays. Set. Go. Get there, baby. Get there, get there, get there. Sink. Run, 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 run. There you go. Drive those knees up when you get on him, though. Drive those knees up when you get on him.
35, Landon O'Hare. 34, Garrett Miles.
Go the other way.
Number 36, Jordan Hobius.
Blowing left, blowing left. Remember, take
40,
that good zone.
Levi
Blake
Liam.
volley. Set.
50, Danny Dotson.
Get there, get there, get there. Sink.
Number 51, TJ
There we go. Run those
Steerwall.
feet, run those feet. Barry! Everything we do, we think Barry. Everything we do, we think Barry. On 1-on-1.
55, Chase Hadley.
Go! Get there, get there, get there, get there. Sink. Run, run, run. Whistle, whistle, whistle.
57, Logan
All right, time
Burpo.
getting them out. Here we go, here we go.
9, Hunter Hankins.
Bump over the other way, Whitaker. Bump over the other way. Other way.
64, Caleb
A
Edwards.
little more. Now you gotta run.
66, Aiden Gruber.
Set. Go! Get there, get there, get there, get there.
Brown.
Run ahead, run the feet.
Number 70, Justin
Not too
Hamilton.
bad, not too bad. Keep that wide base. Don't get
71,
narrow and stay off your
Benjamin
toes.
Marino.
Right in here. Stomp it out.
75,
All right, guys.
Levi Bennington.
At home, this is our junior
77, Logan Byers.
Artesian travel team right here.
87, St.
All these guys are
Barnett.
playing for us
And
on
number 89,
Saturdays.
Robert
The
King.
5th and 6th grader. This is our all-star team. We showed you the
Coaches
two.
are John
These guys are
Elliott,
playing hard.
Randy
What's our record,
Elliott,
coach? What's our record,
Steve
fellas?
Johnson, Earl
3-3.
Will
3-3. Their first time ever playing in this league. They play in the IEFA. Doing a great job. Guys, go ahead and wave to the camera. Wave to them at home. Make sure you watch this on Channel 15. Tell your parents about it. All right, I hope you learned a little more about O-line play here at Martinsville High School. Remember, we always sink those hips on linebackers. Never run through because they're just going to go make tackles. So this has been Blocking with Byers. Back to Coach Kutruff after this.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
$5 foot long. $5 foot long. $5 foot long.
Come into Martinsville Subway and enjoy a $5 foot long today.
At Subway.
It's evening in Indiana and the wait's over. The homework hotline is open. When you get stuck with math or science homework, there's help, and it's free. Call the homework hotline toll-free at 1-877-ASK-ROSE from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday through Thursday. The tutors are friendly Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology college students who understand your frustration because, well, we've been there. We don't give you the answers, just the help you need to figure out your homework. We even have copies of your math and science textbooks. It's a free service and a free call. Remember 1-877-ASK-ROSE or visit askrose.org. Rose-Hulman's Homework Hotline, when math and science homework has you stuck.
Back inside Artesian football with the head coach Fred Kutruff. And coach, before we went to the Blocking with Byers segment, just briefly said that this Martinsville-Whiteland matchup has kind of become a little bit of a rivalry. You've had some good games here in the past, kind of always see each other, it seems like the last couple of years in sectional play as well, and you'll have another big matchup with Whiteland coming up with a lot on the line. It's really the lead for the Mid-State Conference on Friday night over there at Whiteland Community High School.
Well, I know right now they're sitting undefeated, but we control our own destiny. I know Decatur Central's going to be rooting for us. Someone's got to knock them off, and Whiteland's a good ball club. The weather, I think they struggled a little bit last week, but it's going to be dry, and they got some great backs, big line. They're well coached. Darren does a nice job over there, and it has become our rivalry. Bloomington South is still big, but we play. That's just playing Bloomington South because we don't like each other. With Whiteland, there's respect, but this is for the conference. And we've had some great matchups. A few years back, people still remind me of it. We beat them 34-0. They come back and put 58 on the first game of sectional, and I remind people, we kind of did that to them 2 years ago. We still beat them, and we come back and put, I think, 58 or so on them. But it's a fun game. It's going to be. They have a great program. Going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be a Colts night there, so there's going to be some competition between a couple of our students and their students, and it's going to be a big crowd. I'm looking forward to it, and we always travel well, I think, and we're their homecoming guests, so we're going to have to make sure we maybe hopefully disrupt that homecoming for them.
Homecoming contest coming up on Friday night. The Warriors run the fly offense. Can you talk a little bit about what that is and what people can see and expect out of the Warriors on Friday night?
Well, they do a very good job of it. They run the fly offense, which is it's almost like a spread out wing tee. You're always going to see a guy in motion. They snap the ball when he gets right behind the quarterback. You don't know if he's going to get it when the quarterback turns around, if he's going to give the trap, or the quarterback's going to take it and pull it. They also do a lot more passing now. They've got a nice receiver out there. Like I said, they've got really good skill guys, and this receiver had 3 touchdown catches on Decatur Central, and Decatur Central coach told me they really didn't have an answer for him, and which kind of concerns me because Decatur kind of shut us down, and so we're going to have to be at the top of our game because now not only can they run that fly stuff, they've got a pretty good athlete to throw out there too. So that's what you got to look. You got to be disciplined. It's going to be a lot about eyes. You can't. They sometimes they give you a read where their fullback is going to take the football. Then sometimes their lineman will false pull, so you'll go with their lineman and they go a different direction. So they got a lot of wrinkles in their scheme that we just got to practice it, and kids watch a lot of tape and see it and execute.
A little bit different the last couple of weeks. It's all been that kind of a veer triple option type look. Similar, but a little bit different this week out of Whiteland.
Well, yeah, everything's kind of a little bit more spread out. They're trying to get to the outside. Last week they had a big fullback that quarterback was going to read it, and he didn't pull it. Well, in this one, they're going to pull it, and they also got a couple nice backs that they can run power at you. They can run ISO. They can run trap. So a lot of different things coming at you. The linebackers get a lot of different work. They've got to be focused, be aggressive, and you got to tackle because you lose the football, and boy, they're by you, and it's a quick touchdown.
Let's talk about them on the defensive side of the ball. You've put some points on them in the past. They've also done a nice job of being able to limit you at times, but you guys have had some success against their defense. What do you expect to see out of them on Friday night defensively?
Well, we've seen them, and they're basically in an odd front, the 3-3 and a 3-4, which is what we're running. They're going to put somebody over our center. Last year we were successful. We probably played pretty well against them. So, I know their coach is preaching that we never punted last year against them. So, they tried a couple different things. They dropped back and tried to take Mason away that way, and we kind of killed them doing that. Then the second half they come out and they brought everything but the kitchen sink. And Mason did a good job of checking down. So we got to be efficient. We're working a lot of stunt sessions this week, so we'll be ready for both. And we just got to execute it. Last week with Franklin, we probably should at least had 2 touchdowns, probably 3 more, but we killed ourselves with penalties, a missed assignment. Mason wasn't as sharp as I've seen him. Instead of checking down, trying to take the long ball, and they're dropping. They're in cover 4. They're dropping a lot of guys. So our quarterback makes it click, and he's got to be on and take what they give you, and go back to our old cliche saying, I guess, is just move the chains. Things will take care of themselves.
Let's take a look real quick back, recap of what do you need to do offensively and defensively. Keys to the game to come out with the victory, get even in mid-state conference play on Friday against Whiteland.
We got to play disciplined ball on both sides of it, but the defense has to take care of business. You can't get caught up in the fly offense because, like we tell people, we run that jet. It's what we do off the jet that may hurt you. It's probably going to hurt you. Same thing. It's what they got so many options off that fly. So you got to be disciplined, and backers got to stay home. Play goes away from you. You got to stay home because you never know when it's coming back at you. And we got to take away. They got some good skill guys, so we got to have to play some good pass defense because Whiteland doesn't throw it much, but they throw it against us. And a lot of it probably might be because of our offense. People think they have to start chucking it, and he's had success throwing it against us. On the offensive side, just so we're talking about, our line's got to do a better job picking up stunts and staying on it. We just weren't really in sync last week, and we'll work it hard. We've done a lot more fundamentals. We kind of got away from that the last couple of weeks with the offense, and you just can't. That's a lesson to the young coaches: fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. So I'm going to take the blame on some of the things that we were doing last week, but hopefully we're getting it fixed. And again, move the chains. And again, you look, every game we won has come down to who's won the turnover battle. We don't win the Decatur turnover battle, and we lose. So we've got to have less turnovers than they do.
All right, Coach, appreciate you joining us. We'll see you out there on Friday night.
Thanks.
Artesian head coach Fred Kutruff here inside Artesian football. Martinsville travels to Whiteland. Like we said, it's become a pretty big rivalry between the Artesians and the Warriors, and it will be a big contest, a lot on the line coming up on Friday night as well. As the Artesians trying to get even in mid-state conference play, get back up there to the top of the mid-state and give the Warriors their first loss in conference play. Should be a good one. Get out there for the 7 o'clock kickoff at Whiteland Community High School. As always, I'd like to thank the head coach, Fred Kutruff, for coming in. For Fred, Justin Byers, and Carl Van Dievender, who produced it, I'm Eric Meyer. We'll see you again next time inside Artesian Football.